spend a full 30 minutes, so I won't keep you. But I'd like to go over with everyone. Discussions are all due on Sunday, end of day Sunday, okay? And in all likelihood, I won't even look at them the next morning. I may wait, but I'll put some comments in there and I'll grade them shortly thereafter. Likewise, your written assignments are not due until end of day Monday. And I did that intentionally so that you'd not be rushing to complete the discussions and the written assignments, okay? And I wanted to spread it out because your discussions are worth 100 points each. And that's unusual, but so I want to make sure that I give you time to do all that's required in your discussions, okay? You're supposed to do the large post, 500 to 700 words with a citation and a reference. Oh, somebody's...
Sorry.
That's okay, that's okay. And then you respond, and you need to respond with 300 to 500 to two students. And the goal is also to have a conversation, and I don't think that's going to be a problem because I'm looking at 58 plus discussion in each of the discussions, and that's multiple, and that's good. You should be doing more than just one or two or three. It's the way you're able to share information. And this is one of those topics, this entire course. Diversity, assessment, alignment, differentiation, teaching, instruction. There's lots of opinions and there's lots of resources that you're going to be reading. And then I want you to interact with one another. And likewise, I hope to get more people participating in this so we too can interact and share information and compare, because we have people and participants from all over. And that's the beauty of these types of courses, is the ability to share and compare, because what you do in Massachusetts may be very different than what somebody does in California or Florida and any other state. And so that's what I consider to be one of the benefits of online education. Aha, there he is. He's joining us. Good. Good evening. Good evening. How are you, Elena? Elaine?
Good. Let me see.
Welcome. We have Doris with us tonight, and I was just reviewing some of the things I said last week about discussions and how important it is to share with one another, and that's what the strength of online education is about. And I've been doing this for about 11, 12 years, and I have had students all over the United States, all over the world, and it's great to learn from one another, to learn about how things are done where you teach and where you live. And I consider myself to be a lifelong learner, and I enjoy the interaction with students. This makes it so much more personal, as opposed to just reading what's on the discussion topic. But yet we still need to use them, because that's how you demonstrate that you're learning and progressing. Okay? Any overall questions from either of you this evening, besides what Doris and I spoke about? Okay, let me reiterate. So, again, just so everyone knows, discussions are due by end of day, end of night, Sunday. I won't touch them till late Monday or early Tuesday. Any written assignment is due end of night Monday. Okay? So they're not due on Sunday, they're due on Monday. And again, I won't touch them to probably end of Monday, Tuesday, or even Wednesday. All assignments include a cover page. And I looked at the assignment for week 1, and I said, 2 pages? You're only supposed to write a paragraph. That's fine. A paragraph is a paragraph, but you still need a cover page. And what we do with the cover, and you should also, as we get into longer assignments, we should be including a separate reference page following APA format. And so keep that in mind. In fact, one of the handouts today, or for the next module, is how to cite information in your academic writing. Remember, citations are not just for verbatim quotes. So you're not supposed to just copy things from your readings, from your assignments. You're supposed to synthesize, you're supposed to paraphrase, you're supposed to explain it in your words. And then put a citation, author, last name, and you put the date of the publication. Let me there we go. Okay, I shut off your volume. You can sit where you were. He's got a couple of kids running around. Oh, I've had babies in this class. I've had middle-aged children. So, okay, so the citation, when you quote something verbatim, that is when you copy a line and you put quotation marks, that requires a page number. I'm not looking for really page numbers. We're looking for synthesis. We're looking for analysis. We're looking for summary. We're looking for your words to reiterate what you read. Oftentimes, you may have to write something like, according to recent research, special ed children need to have more activity during the middle of the day, which will allow them to expend some extra energy, period. And then in parens, you're not going to have verbatims, but you may have 2 or 3 authors who have found that same information. So that's how you're citing it, and you're paraphrasing it. And you're using your words to tell the big picture, and then you go on and you write a little bit more. You write a little bit more about what kinds of activities, and then you summarize it. And that's what, if you're working on your ed specialist, if you're working on your PhD, if you're working on your EDD, everybody includes a literature review. Everybody includes academic citations. So you continue to use them in this class, okay? And I will remind you, and the Writing Center now has a new APA resource, and I think it's called APA Adventure. Interesting name. Trying to make it a little bit less intimidating, I don't know. The old system has been updated from what I understand. So do use the available resources. I will also make some additional references and resources with APA available for you. Having worked on doctoral committees and dissertations and deliverables, I have a whole host of materials that I share with all of my students because it fits everything we're doing. Okay. This week's assignment is when you begin to do self-assessment. And there is, I think that has, well, let me go over and show it to you because I've got them opened on the other side. So let me show it to you. And let's find, there it is. All right. So this is your professional disposition scoring table. Each week, you're going to go in here and rank yourself, score yourself on how you believe you did, whether you got a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4, with 1 being beginning and 4 meaning proficient. And there are other descriptions in the rubric. So you're basically going to self-score yourself on not the written assignments, not the discussion, but on whether or not you've grown in professional commenting, things that you do. There's another in the chapter 1 or unit 1 instructions. Let me make sure I get to the right one. I'm looking at my, you know what? I don't have it open. I have to change. Let me go back. Let me go back, and I thought I had it opened. Okay, Capella, and this is 8534, and this is Unit 2, Module 2, and here is the Unit 2 overview. Let's open it. I closed it, I'm sorry. Let me open that. And now, let me go back here and let me share it. And there it is, okay. Here is Unit 2. What I'm talking, here are the downloads, the APA style and format, APA citation, and down here are the attitudes, and let's see if I can still highlight. Well, okay. Here are the criteria that you will be evaluating yourself on. Okay? Fairness, personal and professional conduct, ethical and respectful of others, belief that all children can learn, persistence in helping, willingness to explore and use technology, recognition when one's own dispositions may need to be adjusted, and commitment to reflective practices. Whether or not you're going to critique each and every one of these is up to you. The assignment says select 2 to 3. So you select 2 to 3 and you copy them into Unit 1 for everything you did up through today for Unit 1. And then you give yourself a score on each of those criteria, 1 being beginning. And there are, and I should open, there is a grid that tells you what the 1, 2, 3, and 4 stands for. As I said, 4 is proficient, 3 is acceptable, 2 may be good, and 1 may be beginning. All right. Yeah, this is the thing. What your written assignment is next week, rather interesting, is to assess yourself and then do this task here in the middle. And I read this multiple times, and it's rather intriguing to see what you're supposed to do in this written assignment. Okay, so do take a look at it and make sure you've included which of those experiences, attitudes.
Can I ask a quick clarifying question on that?
Go ahead.
Are you asking us to grade ourselves on our comportment in the Capella classroom or in the classrooms that we teach?
Good question. That's a very good question.
Because I've done these a couple of times at the end of Unit 10.
Go ahead.
And they've usually been referred to doing them based on our behavior within the Capella classroom, not necessarily in a classroom that we are teaching, because not every person is an active teacher.
Correct. And this is a different type of course. I would say yes, we're going to do based on the work that you're submitting and the conversations you're having. So it's in this classroom. And the only reason I hesitated is the field experience, which is due at the end of the semester, is going to allow you to learn something about an area or topic that is different, that you're not directly involved in. And that's why I was hesitating. But let's do it in your discussions and your written assignments.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
And this is one of those where you're not being quantitatively or qualitative evaluated. I'm not going to critique you on your assessment. It's what you think. It's your assessment of yourself. Okay.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
No, thank you.
Okay. As I said last week, this is a class that's chock full of reading, chock full of discussions, and so there's a lot of information being shared, but it includes topics that are very important to us as educators. How we teach, how we approach education, how we talk about and how we interact in diverse communities. It's one thing saying you believe this, it's another thing demonstrating that this is what you do, this is how you do it. I wrote in a discussion about my experience as a Head Start evaluator. And I was doing the Native American reservations in Nevada from one end to the other. And I was the curriculum evaluator. So I had to make sure that there were examples of bilingual, cultural, and on a reservation, it's a little bit easier because the Indian tribe and the elders run it. But then I was outside of Chicago, and I had to see whether or not they had books relevant to a variety of cultures. If they had bilingual children, did they have bilingual signs on all of the objects throughout the room? Did they have interaction with the community and other cultural activities? And likewise, when I was in Rhode Island, I had to do the same thing to make sure about diversity, cultural significance, and all of that, and responsiveness. I remember when I was a teacher in the 60s, so we didn't have much say about what textbooks we got. So when I started teaching, Dick and Jane were it. They were still there, and they were a boy and girl. They were white. They lived in the city, and all the words referred to city life. Over the years, we then had to begin looking at culturally responsive textbooks, pictures, words, how they describe parents. Was the mother allowed to work, or was the mother home as the housekeeper? So it changed over the years, and then it got to the point where we were counting pictures. We were counting words, and we were truly evaluating the cultural diversity of the textbooks to where we are today. And, we've gone from that in the 60s to today, where we've got cultural, we have gender, we have, I'm not sure what the term is, but, multiple lifestyles are represented in various communities. And this is all part of being culturally responsive and being able to deal with diversity. So, had some number of experiences. I was a Title I, Chapter 1 elementary assistant principal in an inner city Black community. The principal was Black, 85% of the teachers were Black, and I was in charge of discipline. Okay? You want to talk about differences between culture and differences between responsiveness. And I'm only 5'6", but yeah, I was the man who walked the halls, and it was a K-8 building. So that was an experience. I also taught in a Title I inner city white community where the majority of the population came from the South. So a complete opposite cultural, and actually there was also an even of Hispanics just arriving into that community. Again, that was in the 60s. So again, you know, we as educators have to be responsible and have to be responsive. I once, when I was teaching second grade, I had a family of Jehovah's Witness students in my classroom. And that was culture shock, because they were not allowed to sing, they were not allowed to go to music, they were not allowed to participate in any parties, holidays, celebrations, birthdays, and it was a tough situation for second grade children. They had to leave the room when there was a birthday party. They had to leave the room when there was a Halloween party. And so, you know, these are things that have impact on socialization and learning. All right, I can keep going. So I'm going to stop now because I promised that we wouldn't spend the entire time. Eleni, and I'm mispronouncing it, I know. I need your topic, and I'm going to unmute you. I need your topic for your field experience.
I've been emailing you, and I did the last email about 30 minutes ago. I'm not sure why I responded to your email.
I lost some of them, I think. And what were your choices?
I was doing class sizes and what was it? And resources.
Okay. I don't have.
That's what I emailed. That I just did.
Okay, let me open it. I'll go to my. Let me check it. Let me check it. All right. Let me check it. There it is. Okay, you're not in that. Not in that Capella mailbox. Let me go to this Capella. What's your? Oh, there you are. Oh, I said. I thought no, that's Mitchell. I'm sorry. No, I don't have anything from you. What's your email address?
I think it starts with FAUN something. FAUNCHISA.
I don't have anything from you. FAUC.
And UNCHISA at Gmail. Anything from Gmail?
See, let's see.
Because I responded to your email that you sent. I responded to the email you sent about 2 hours ago.
I'm checking my junk mail. You're not in there. I have a Gmail account too, but
the email I know I responded to the email that you.
I don't have anything. Let me. I don't think it's going to my. No, it's not in my Gmail.
But it's a response to your email, so because you acknowledged you actually said you hadn't received it, and then I responded to that email.
Okay, give me a second. All right. Why is it not?
If you check the email that you sent to me, oh, I think it was everybody. Oh, you sent.
Yeah. I'm doing it quick. Okay, I know your email because it's very similar to another student that I have, and I know I've seen it. Here's your, no, those are all. Yeah, here it is. I sent an email saying I couldn't locate it, and okay. Yeah, no, I don't have.
You don't have a response to that email?
I'm checking right now. The last response I sent to you was, can't locate it. What are your selections?
And then I responded to that.
I have nothing else. I have, let's see, where is your email going? Let's put it up there and do a search. It is not showing. Because I sent out confirm to everybody I had received, and I remember, there it is. No, here I had sent it. What's your last name?
Nkemka, Nkemka.
Yeah, I have nothing from you requesting anything. Okay, so you wanted class size, but that's already taken in the email. And then you wanted, what was the second choice? That wasn't even on the list that I sent out. Yeah, I took that off the list.
Right, because I'd already sent that on Sunday, so I thought, oh, God. Let's see what I can.
Here's what's left. Early childhood, regular education, teacher education, higher education, technology.
I'll get regular education.
Okay. Are you a regular ed teacher?
I am not. I'm not. I'm an ESOL teacher, but I would love to.
All right. That's what we want. The idea is that you're doing an area that you're not involved in, okay? So that you're able to learn something in a different area, okay? So that works very nicely for you. And I apologize. I remember seeing your email, but I don't know what happened to it. I'm going to.
My assignment, because the first assignment I was based on the topic selection. The assignment
they're not due till tonight. That's what I'm saying.
So I have to review my assignment?
Yes, it has to be related to the approved topic. And that was part of the email, so.
Couldn't I just do
Can't. It has to be the approved topic because we're trying to divide up all of these to multiple people, to everybody, so we can get it covered. It's a one paragraph. It's, you're going to tell me why regular education.
Okay, how do I, now that I already submitted the assignment, how do I do it?
You can submit it on top. There'll be no problem.
Okay.
It'll take another one.
Okay.
All right. Doris, anything else?
Nope, I'm all set.
All right. Good night. Everyone, have a good week. And hopefully we'll be all set for the future.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you very much for your time.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.